Hey guys, it is Tuesday here in West Virginia, and I figured I would go ahead and do a Truckin' Tuesday video. We don't have anything new to really show you, but we do have some trucks that we customized and redid to update you on, and also update you on like what we've done with our Dodge truck collection. After receiving this guy here, with the bad wheel opening, as I pointed out, as you can see, it is a little bit messed up there. I decided I'm not going to try to get every single release of the truck like I had been doing. I decided that anything that I can't make look stock, that has Coca-Cola or any other livery on it, I will not even buy. And then the ones that I already have that I can't make look like a stock or custom truck without some brand on it, then I would get rid of it. So this truck here, what I did with it wasn't really much. It was great looking. I just wish the wheel opening wasn't that messed up, but I guess it's a little bit tolerable considering like some of them that I had seen on others, but I have not seen a perfect one yet. That will be a real challenge, finding one of these with a perfect wheel opening on this side. Usually the passenger side one's not bad. As you can see, it has a little dip in the middle, but that could be grinded down with a Dremel tool or something. So that's not that big of a deal. But when they go above where they're supposed to be, that's the problem. You can't really fix that. So anyways, what I did to this truck though, I removed those ugly yellow wheels that do not have holes drilled in them or even painted, and I put a set of white bead locks on it, and I used a green Sharpie marker and colored them green, and they actually turned out really good. It's a little bit darker than the truck, but still not bad. It looks just like the truck on the package, so I was kind of happy with the results of that. And then, as I mentioned, I decided to go through all the Coke stuff and either strip the tampos off of it or sell them if I can't do that. So this one here, I was really happy that I was able to get all of the mellow yellow stuff off of it. Got everything off the sides, and this one already came with color matched bead locks, which look really good on this like neon yellow color. And another thing that was really cool, the hood I was able to get the mellow yellow off of, because the hood is not a tampo. I thought it was, but it isn't. The hood is actually painted black. As you can see underneath the hood, it is a black hood. So that was great news. So that's one of the reasons I decided to try to do this one and get all of the tampos off of it, and it worked out pretty good. And I used some rubbing compound to buff it out a little bit to get there was like a outline of where the letters were. I got that off and such, so I was happy with the end result of this one. It came out very, very good. And there was nothing written on the tailgate that said mellow yellow, which is cool. So we were able to make that one look just like a stock Power Wagon. Same thing with this Coca-Cola one. And this one I was a little bit more successful with painting the holes. It's a little subtle. You can see it in person a little better because I did it with a fine point Sharpie, so it has a shine to it, like a bluish purple look like black usually does from the Sharpie markers, but it doesn't look too bad. It came out okay. It looks better than it did before. I know some of them in the video right now do not look like they're detailed, but they honestly all are detailed. And then this side, same thing. You can't really see it that well, but yeah, they are painted with the Sharpie. I know it's really weird because you can see them like really plain as day. Well, there you go, a little closer. You can see if I turn it, you can see that all the holes are painted. I use a very fine Sharpie to do that, and then I removed all of the Coca-Cola emblems off of the door. Just barely nicked the 150 emblem there, and it started like smearing the black around, but the 150 is still there. Very glad about that. Little bit of black smear there, but not much. I'm just gonna leave that alone and live with it. And this is another one, no Coca-Cola stuff on the rear tailgate, so that's cool. It worked out pretty good. Then another one I did was the yellow Coca-Cola truck that was released, I think, in 2024, or maybe it was 2023. I think 2024. They had the stake sides like a little Red Express, but it didn't have side pipes. It was a two-wheel drive, and it had the Coca-Cola stuff on the door and stuff on the stepside fenders. So I removed all of that. I put it on a slammed base and used some cop wheels from Green Light. And as you can see, I used some custom spacers. As I mentioned before, what I use is the stick from some of the lollipops, some of the variety bags of lollipops you can get. They have plastic sticks, and some of them are hollow, and they work perfect for wheel spacers. So I did that with this truck, and then I ended up, well, the bumper actually needs to be fixed on the back here. It needs to be re-glued because part of the tab broke off, so I'm trying to re-glue the piece that broke off the base. And it didn't hold too good. And then it had Coca-Cola stuff on the hood, and when I took it off, it actually started to rub through one of the body lines. And so I took the hood off, and I used it for part of my junk diorama. I bent it up and painted rust on it to throw it in the diorama. But this is the hood that originally came off the truck. And the other Pro Street one that we made that you've seen in one of my other custom videos, I removed the hood and put like Hillborn Stack fuel injection on it. So I took the hood that I removed from it and put on this truck. So it worked out pretty good. I wish I had a different set of wheels on this one, though. This one needs a more aggressive, like modern style wheel instead of the cop wheels. The cop wheels are cool, don't get me wrong, but on that truck, I think that truck needs something a little more special. Then I took my O'Reilly's Christmas 150 Adventurer stepside. I removed the tampos from it. Unfortunately, underneath the tampo on this side, there was a nick in the paint. So I did what I could with the Sharpie, but it doesn't look that great, but it's okay. It works. It'll be fine. But yeah, this truck is pretty plain Jane work truck, and I put a base on it that did not have the bumper, but it looks cool without the bumper. I have a few stepside customs with no rear bumper. I do like them, and it's just got the pretty common 5-slot wheels that you see on a lot of these slammed Dodge trucks from M2, but it looks cool. I like it, just green. There's no other green ones that I had. That's just one plain green color. It just looks really neat as a slam truck. Then next, I took my extra 4x4 Little Red Express that I had sealed, and I opened it, and I decided, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and make a slammed Little Red Express, because I have the original one that they released in the first Dodge truck set with all 6 of them, and then you had one that had the regular 2-wheel drive base on it, and then 2 years later they released the 4x4 in the diorama. So I decided to make a slammed one, because the only other slammed one is the club variation with all the gold on it, and I just don't want all the gold stuff. I prefer it to look like this, stock slammed, and it looks like it's more of like a pro street, pro touring type with the really fat rear tires. So really cool looking little Red Express. And last is another Little Red Express that kind of is not a Little Red Express anymore. This is a Coca-Cola one that they did, I don't know, a little while back, and I took all the Coca-Cola tampos off, and then it did have the pinstriping around the wheel openings like the Little Red Express. But since I had to take the door stuff off, I went ahead and took the pinstriping off around the wheel openings, took the stuff off the hood. That way it's just a plain, like, fire engine red stepside pickup with the stake sides and the side pipe, like stack pipes for like a semi truck, on a 2-wheel drive platform with the dog dish wheels, or dog dish caps on cop wheels. Now this I like with the cop wheels. It looks pretty cool. So this one I'll be leaving like this for a while, but the yellow one, as I said, it needs a more modern style of wheels. A large diameter set of wheels on it would look pretty cool, so I'm going to find something for it. But that's it on the trucks and what we did with the truck collection. A lot of the other ones that I couldn't mod to look like a stock truck or custom slammed or lifted truck, I ended up selling, like the pink Sweethearts Power Wagon, Mantra Power Wagon. The pastel, like flat paints that they used in that series, it's very complicated to get all of the tampos off of it without leaving like an outline of them or rubbing through that matte finish paint. I had some issues with the Grand National when I tried doing it, so I just kind of gave up on the Grand National and didn't try doing it to the Power Wagon. I just sold it. Then the Sweethearts Little Red Express from last year, I got rid of it. And then there was I think a July 4th Little Red Express that had like a white stake side, and the slats on the side of the bed were also painted white. So that I ended up getting rid of too. So I got rid of probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 trucks and then modded these that you see in front of you, and then really not counting these two. Oh yeah, this guy I wanted to show you. All I did, this is the top hand. I took a set of the white bead locks and I took a yellow Sharpie and painted them yellow. And this is not like the fluorescent highlighter. This is just your regular yellow. And it needs touched up a little bit. I try to be as careful as possible because I don't take the tire off the rim, because a lot of times when you put the tire back on, you end up rubbing a lot off the rim itself. So I just try to paint them as well as I can, or color them, I should say, as well as I can with the Sharpie while they're on the truck. This one needs a little bit on the edge. This one looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with the results of this. It looks better than those ones that do not have holes in them. I tried to color the holes in them. It was my first try, and it came out okay, but I decided I didn't want them on the top hand because I really like that truck. I put them on this custom 4x4 that I made. This one I showed you guys before, but as you can see, you can really see where I colored the holes in this one, not like the red. The red doesn't show up as well as what it does on the yellow. But the yellow, I didn't do that great on some of them. Some of them went over the lines a little bit. So, yeah, it's a little bit flawed and such, but it's not bad, though. I mean, it could be much, much worse. So I threw them on this truck. It looks good on this truck, but these are the original wheels off the top hand. But I figured it looked better with these painted yellow and such. So, not too bad. Happy with the way these ones turned out. So that is it, guys. We probably will not be back until Friday to do our Free It Friday. I'm not sure what we're going to have in store because the holiday threw us off a little bit. We lost a day of mail, so some things have fallen behind one day of getting shipped. So I'm not sure if I'll have some of the cars that I was counting on by Friday. We'll see what happens. If not, we'll have to do some kind of showcase video, unless for some reason we find some really good stuff at Walmart, which I'm kind of doubting, but it could happen. We're getting closer to the holidays. So that's it, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I appreciate you watching. Please give us a thumbs up. It will help us move up in the algorithm and gain more attention from other viewers. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.